Hi, welcome friends. It's time for another story, and today we have The Three Little Pigs. I can't really tell you the author because I think some of these, like this one, has been around so long I'm not sure who it is, and it doesn't have it listed in the book. And this was an old one of mine that actually came with a record that would play the story, but the record's missing, and I just received it from my dad, so I thought it'd be fun to share. Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. Their names were Spotty, Curly, and Tiny. And when the three little pigs became old enough to seek their fortunes, their mother told them each one about the world and warned them about their arch enemy, the big bad wolf. So she sent them out into the world to build their own houses, and with a big kiss on each chinny chin chin, she wished them good luck, good health, and good fortune. So I wonder which one's which. Hopefully we'll find out. Spotty was the first to go. He danced out into the sunlight, singing and joyful. I'll build a fine house, get myself a good wife, and settle down for the rest of my life. And that's what he thought when he came across a man carrying a load of straw. Spotty asked the man, "What have you there, mister?" "Straw, my fine young pig. Would you like some?" "Oh, yes, very much. I'm going to build a house out of straw. Thank you." I don't think that's a very safe house. And so Spotty took the straw and built himself a fine-looking house, and he finished it up in one day. But the next day, the wolf came and he knocked on the door. "Open up, my friend, and let me come in." "No, Mr. Wolf, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And so the wolf took Spotty to his cave, and then the wolf went out looking for Curly Tail. Well, when Curly Tail set out to seek his fortune, he also met a man. But this time the man was carrying a load of twigs, so Curly Tail asked him, "What have you there, Mr. Man?" "Twigs, good things for little pigs." "Oh, may I have some to build me a house?" "Why, yes, little pig, here are a few. Now, my friend, I bid you adieu." So the man went on his way, and Curly Tail built himself a fine-looking house. But the day after it was finished, along came, you guessed it, the wolf. He knocked on the door and said, "Little Curly Tail, with you I will prevail. Upon you I implore, please open up your door." "Never on your life, brother. I listen to my mother." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." Oh my, poor little Curly Tail, his house of twigs were blown in, and he too was carried away. To the wolf's cave to be eaten when the wolf craved pork chops, his favorite dish. This time a third little Piggly Wiggly, Tiny, set out to see the world and seek his fortune. He came upon the same man with straw and said, "Good day, mister. That's the finest straw I ever saw. Would you like an armful to build you a house?" "No, not me, kind sir. I'm a pig, not a mouse. I am looking for something stronger, that will last much longer." So Tiny kept on walking on the road. The next day he met the man carrying twigs. Kind sir, what have you there?" "I have some twigs, a few I can spare. If you're building a house, this much I will share." "Thank you, kind sir, but I'll have to renege. A house to be sturdy needs more than a twig." So again Tiny kept walking. And the following day, he met the same man who was carrying a load of bricks this time. "I say, my friend, I'll show you some tricks for just a few of those solid bricks. I'll give you some bricks to build your own home, if you promise never that you'll never roam. There's a big bad wolf who will eat you fast unless you build a house that will last and last and last." So Tiny took the bricks and built himself a fine, strong house. But when Tiny's house was finally finished, what do you know? You're right, the wolf came again. He knocked on the door. "Look here, Tiny, open up your door. I have two little pigs and I want one more." "Go away, bad wolf, unless you would drown. You can blow and blow, but not this house down. No matter how good your luck has been, you'll get no hair from my chinny chin chin. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." Ah! Ha ha, it wasn't enough. But he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but he could not get the house down, so he said, "You win this first round, but another way I found. I'm climbing down your chimney and will gobble you up. You're not a great wolf. You're only a pup, so climb down my chimney as fast as you can. You'll find yourself, but not me, in the pan." So the wolf climbed down the chimney, but Tiny was ready for him. He had a pan of boiling water hanging in the fireplace, and the wolf fell smack dab in it. And the wolf jumped up and ran far, far away, as fast as he could, and was never heard from again. Then Tiny went to the cave and released his two brothers, Spotty and Curlytail. And Tiny went together into the big brick house, and they lived happily ever after. So there you go, the story of the three little pigs. I also have one that I've read that was called Three Little Wolves in the Big Bag Pig. So a little bit of a twist on this original book. So you can read them both. They're kind of fun takes both ways. And there'll be more story time again tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, my friend.